Did you set out for those themes in mind, or did they emerge as you wrote? Those ones really emerged as I wrote. I was thinking about my own time growing up in Canada, my feelings of nostalgia when I go back to Canada, and how things have changed so much, and a lot of the things that meant something to me are either not there, or they've been covered up with something else. So I've even gone back to my childhood home and those type of things on little field trips in the last 10 years of going back to Canada. And so a lot of that was based upon that idea of forgotten stories and being erased from the memories of people and of the place that it's in. So that definitely was based upon my own true findings in those things. And number 5, what's the biggest challenge in structuring a mystery across past and present, especially in a city layered like Istanbul? The biggest thing is keeping all those little storylines connecting. I had a hard time with that in versions 1, 2, and 3. It finally came together in version 4. But that would be my biggest thing, is to make sure that if I show you, the reader, something, say in chapter 1 or chapter 2, that I use that by the time I'm done the book. And that's, so I've got, you can see some of these post-it notes behind me here. I got to keep track of all those things. And so when you use it, you can kind of cross it off a list and make sure that that's done. But keeping those storylines, it was also important that the main character, Zach Merritt, shows growth, as well as each one of the students show growth. And I would have to check in at the end of every chapter to make sure I'm showing some type of growth in each one of those students. Even though if it was paused for maybe a few chapters, at least it got picked up in layered in. Next chapter would pick up on that. So